There are two spiritual truths I need to tell you about on your spiritual transformation. Hi, my name is Patty, and you're not going to like this, but you're going to understand it. I'm going to give you two spiritual truths. I'm going to tell you the reason about these truths, and I'm going to give you a metaphor and some tools and techniques to help you through your spiritual transformation. Michael Singer says the spiritual journey is one of constant transformation, and to grow, you must give up the struggle to remain the same and learn to embrace change at all times. And we're talking about spiritual transformation. The number one truth that I want to tell you is that it's not easy, that it's challenging. A hero's journey is always challenging. Number two, it takes time. I don't care what anybody says. It takes time. Yes, you can have a spiritual awakening in a moment, but to maintain it, that too takes time, and it takes effort. I was an information technology program manager back in the day, and I had a federal project in which I had a 50-year-old mainframe computer. And I was supposed to migrate it and all the contents of it to a new computer, a new platform. And that's called transformation. It wasn't me who was doing it, it was I was managing a team. And so this 50-year-old computer, mainframe computer that was built in the 60s, has all of these computer programs, much like you were built in the 60s, and you have all of these programs running in, and there were these people who were entering data all the time, just like you have a lot of data coming into you. And then that data did stuff inside that computer program to have something come out. And sometimes there were shortcuts, and sometimes there were hidden messages, and sometimes there was buggy code. That's kind of like your life and how you were raised. There's some little bugs in there. There's some secrets in there. You were programmed a certain way. And so now as an adult, you're like, oh, I want to transform. I want an upgrade. I want to have a new platform. Well, here it is. As you move from this old version of you, you want a new version of you. And to have the new version of you, you can't take the old self with you. You can't take the old stuff that works here is not going to work in your new life. So if you, in your old life, are bitter, angry, self-righteous, always lacking, you have all these problems in your life, and you're saying the same story all the time, you can't take that with you in your new life, in your new platform, much like we could not take those old buggy platforms and computer programs to our new platform. And guess what? It took time. It took analysis. It took looking at risks. It took talking to people to see how it could be done. Because if you want a new life in your spiritual transformation, you have to become aware of your unconscious stuff. I have people on this channel who've been commenting, I did not know I was that way. I did not know it was unloving. I did not know. And then they start changing. I had this comment the other day. It was just, oh my God, it was so amazing. She instead of getting upset at somebody, she was nice to them. I'm like, yes, we're doing the work. And that's what transformation is. It's like looking at the old parts of us. And who do we want to be? We don't want to be this bitter, angry person. We want to look at the soul and the beauty of everybody in front of us and acknowledge them so we can have a kinder world. That's my mission. That's my jam. And I'd love for you to join me on this mission and this jam. And the final thing I want you to know in this process of change, when we move from the old stuff to the new platform, we have to maintain that platform. We have to make sure that the old stuff doesn't sneak back in some way. So we have to be very vigilant to make sure that we are sitting in love, that we are staying in love, that we have compassion for ourselves and for others, that we can forgive easily, that we don't have to take things personally, that we can just live our lives in a place of common sense, pragmatism, and love. And we don't have to be bitter about it. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe. But before I go, I want to share with you the Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. This is his journal. It's a guided journal, and I encourage you, I'll put a link in below if you want to purchase it to help you with your journey. And there is no there. You're always going to be changing. There is always going to be change, and the thing that will keep you stuck the most is your resistance. Trust me, from the expert of resistance, that's me. Be willing to do something different every day. Be willing to be open to the divine, and be willing to show up as a new version of yourself on a new platform. You want to change so much that people say, hey, I really like this version of you. I like it when people say that to me. I love you.